I've made the tutorial for the Fiona bag perfect for your upcoming ceremonies. But first, welcome back to the Macrè Bag YouTube channel. I'm Martina, and today I'll show you how to make the Fiona bag a small jewel bag, very spacious and perfect for all the celebrations and ceremonies of this time of year. But before we start with the actual tutorial, here's everything you'll need. We use this brilliantly bright gold lurex ribbon yarn, made of about 50% super light and almost transparent nylon. For our hand, one single spool of this yarn was enough, but to be sure, I recommend you buy at least 2. We then used just 1 meter of our chain and worked it all with a number 8 crochet hook. We used the gold color, but on our online shop, you'll find many other colors available, really very beautiful and bright. So visit macrebag.it and choose the color that's right for you. The tutorial is explained step by step. My mom shows you how to do the work. I explain it verbally, so it's perfect even for beginners. You can find more information like measurements and much more down here in the description. Now let's start the video, but first remember to subscribe to our channel, click on the bell to receive all notifications, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook too. You can find us under the name macrè.bag.
Let's start by making our slip knot using a size 8 crochet hook. So I take a crochet hook. I wrap it around the yarn and pull it through the yarn like this. And now for the very next step, I am going to make 18 chains. So I'll just pull the yarn through the loop like this. And then I will continue repeating this exact process until I have reached a total count of 18. So now I skip 1 stitch and go into the second one. But I shouldn't go into the chain here. Instead, I need to slightly turn the work and pick up this loop here, this one in the back. So I insert the hook. You see, I pick up the loop like this from the front, then I yarn over and pull it through. Now I have 2 loops, yarn over again and close it like a single crochet. Let's show it again. We go into the next stitch, pick up the little loop that's in the back, yarn over and pull it through, then close the 2 loops by yarning over like this. And now let's continue, making this round of these special single crochet stitches along the entire length of our chain. Now let's work the very last stitch. I always insert the hook into the back loop and make another single crochet. Now we've reached the end. The slip knot is not worked, and this is the result of the first row. There are a total of 18 stitches. If you also count the starting chain that we didn't work, now we make a chain to raise the work, turn it, and start working. Single crochets. So I insert the hook into the first stitch, as you can see, picking up both loops. Now I yarn over like this and pull it through, forming 2 loops. Yarn over again and close both loops. And with this, we've made the very first single crochet of the row. Insert the hook in the next stitch, catching both loops, yarn over. Again, like this, and I close it. And now let's continue a bit faster. We need to make single crochets all the way around. Now again, we make a chain to raise the work, turn it, and continue. With the third row of single crochets, we'll keep going like this, and we'll make a total of 6 rows of single crochets. So at the end of each row, we make a chain, turn the work, and continue. We'll keep going and then show you how to proceed. Here are all 6 rows completed, and for now, this is a small panel of our bag. Now we simply pull the yarn and cut it. Now we turn the panel because we're going to work it in another way, and we set it down. Let's pick up the yarn again, so we make a slip knot and 4 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and the last one, 4. Now let's take the panel again, take this right side here where we attach the yarn, and insert the hook now into the stitch, you see, and I need to make a single crochet like this. Yarn over and pull it through again. Yarn over the hook and close the 2 loops. Like this. We pull the other shorter yarn and bring it forward under the seam to secure it. And now, so I start making simple single crochets. Let's continue. I insert the hook into the next stitch. I take the shorter yarn and place it on top like this. Yarn over the hook and pull it through. Yarn over again and close the 2 loops. Meanwhile, the yarn is basically attaching itself to the chains. Now let's move on to the next stitch. I make another single crochet like this and pull it through. Let's continue making these stitches along the entire length, always carrying the yarn behind to secure it, and I go all the way to the other end. Now let's work the very last stitch, again making a single crochet. Insert the hook, yarn over, and close. And now to lengthen the panel again, just like we did on the other side, we make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now make sure to turn your work. This next step will be a bit more complex because I need to do another row of single crochets. Also along these chains, so this chain here and the other one. So I insert into the gap 1 stitch, then into the next one. Just like this, and now I make a first single crochet 1 and then I close it up. Then I insert my hook into the very next stitch, yarn over once again and close the loop. I will keep inserting into all of the remaining chains. This specific part is a bit more complex to handle because it is much harder to work with these small stitches. The following rows will already be easier. And now I continue the last chain. I make this single crochet, and now that I'm on the panel, it's easier. Let's continue to work the entire round of single crochets. We'll show you later how to work into the other chains as well. Now that we're at the other end, we work the last stitch of the panel. Here, we make a simple single crochet, and now I insert the hook into each individual chain, and I need to make a total of 4 single crochets. So 1, this is the second, the third stitch, and the 4th. I don't work. In this case, we leave the loop free. And there you have it, the panel is ready. We've made this smaller part, and now we're going to make the wider one. Now let's start the row of half double crochets. So I make 2 chains to raise the work. 1 and 2, I turn the panel and we start working the half double crochets. So now we skip the very first stitch, we don't work this one, and we go into the next. I yarn over and pull the hook through like this. With the hook, I yarn over again and pull the yarn through. I have these 3 loops. Now I yarn over once more and pull through all 3 loops. Again, we yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull the yarn through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. This is the half double crochet. Let's continue, and we need to make a whole panel of these half double crochets. Stitches. At the end of the row, I make 2 chains to raise the work, turn the whole panel, and start the next row. Now let's continue, and we'll show you how to do it. And here we have completed the entire panel of half double crochets, making a total of 9 rows. So this side of the bag is ready, and now simply we just need to go on. Take a new yarn, make the chains again as we did before, and make this larger panel on the other side of the base of the bag as well. We won't show you the tutorial because the steps are exactly the same as before. You need to attach these chains on one side and the other and make another 9 rows of half double crochets. So let's continue, and we'll show you later how to sew everything together and make it a bag 100%. Then we'll show you how to add the accessories and finish it. Now let's go ahead and make the very last stitch of this row. Carefully insert your hook into the space and work this final half double crochet stitch. Now pull the yarn all the way through the loop and use your scissors to cut a small piece of the yarn. And our panel is finally ready. All the sides, both this larger part, the base, and the other symmetrical part. Let's take the yarn we just cut. We've left about 40 centimeters, and let's start sewing. So I've threaded the yarn onto the tapestry needle, positioned it like this, And now we'll make some very simple stitches. To secure it, I place the two larger symmetrical panels one on top of the other, like this, and I start sewing from the inside. On the inside. You see, I have the seams on the inside, so let's start sewing. I take the eye of the needle, I pass it through the first stitch and then into the symmetrical stitch next to it, like this, and make sure to pull it tight. I pass it over again. I go into the same spot again to secure this starting point really well, 2 or 3 times. Now I pass the thread over again, go into the stitch again, pass over again, and go into the stitch next to it. And so we continue like this with our stitching, going all the way to the end, right down to this corner here. We've finished all the stitching. We're at the last stitch. Here too, go through twice to secure it well and make sure it doesn't come undone. Pull the thread tight, nice and tight. Again. And there you go. Now simply, let's see, you see. We turn the bag the other way because we also need to sew along the base here, and we need to stitch it like this. We still use the thread we cut earlier, which is already long enough, and we start making our stitches. So I start here from the center and position it like this, as symmetrically as possible, just like the other side. And in this section as well, I continue moving from one stitch to the next. Here's the first stitch. And now we go to one side and then come back and sew the other side as well. So I carefully pass the sewing thread over the needle. And we just keep making these stitches one by one. Next, I'll show you exactly how to close everything up and how the finished bag looks once we have completed the process. The stitching is finished. We make small knots by going into the inside part of the base to secure our thread, so I pass the crochet hook between one knot and another. By doing it this way, we ensure it is properly secured. We then make about 10 knots, and finally we cut off the excess thread and burn the ends to finish it. And here is the finished bag, see? This is the inside part, and now we simply need to turn it inside out. Turn it inside out well and adjust the corners as best you can. And now the body of our bag has finally taken shape. Now, as the very last step, we need to add our chain that will serve as the shoulder strap. See? We haven't used any split rings and the links of the chain fit perfectly into the stitches. To begin this next step, we're going to simply take the seam we made earlier as our starting point. Not the last round of stitches we just finished, but the second to last one. And now we count 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally 6. And then we place the ring inside this little hole, making sure to pass it all the way through very thoroughly. It goes through easily. Then we go back in from behind, always taking the seam. We are looking at the stitch right next to the seam, which is still from the previous second to last round that we worked on earlier. Like this once again. Now we go back through the stitch, but on the other side of the seam, and again we pick up 6 stitches from the seam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we pass. Pull the metal chain all the way through like this. Now that we have successfully opened up the ring structure, we are going to carefully secure them in place exactly like this. And then by using this specialized tool, we can simply and securely close it back up again. And there you have it. The entire project is finally completely finished and ready to go.
With all the steps finished, the Fiona bag is finally ready. As you've seen, the tutorial is really simple, even for beginners. In fact, we explain every single step to you exactly, as briefly and precisely as possible, to make the work very, very simple for you. This is the work, and this is how the Fiona bag turned out. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.